Welcome to Movie Cap. Today we're going through 2020 drama horror mystery movie called The Rental. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. Charlie and his brother's girlfriend named Mina are looking for a rental on the coastline. They find a gorgeous place online, just perfect for their liking. Mina's boyfriend and Charlie's brother, Josh, arrives. They tell him about the rental and agree that the four of them should go up there this weekend to get rid of stress before the next chapter of the company. Later that night, Charlie and his wife, Michelle, are discussing how Mina is a good influence on his brother. He is attending school again and has a job, although Charlie is still pessimistic about him. They are getting ready for the trip. Josh brings their dog along, even though pets are banned at the place, so they decide to hide the dog until the owner leaves. The group arrives. They meet the owner, who makes slightly racist remarks to Mina, asking how she even got mixed up with his family. He shows them the rest of the house. He tells them that the stars are just terrific at night, and offers to bring over a telescope. Mina is upset about giving this guy their money, but Josh says it's already paid and it'll be fun anyway. He shows them the backyard looking out to the ocean. Mina asks the owner why he didn't accept her booking under her name for this exact period of time. She assumes it was because she's called Mahamadi, and the guy only accepts a white man's offer. He only dodges the question and tells them if they want to cancel the booking they can follow the instructions stated on the website. The owner leaves his info with them and exits, but before driving away, he takes a long look at the couple through the window. Michelle is packing out, but she notices dirt on the bed. She isn't really bothered by it, so she just gets rid of it. Josh is outside playing with their dog, who runs away barking. Josh follows him looking for the ball he threw. He finds the basement door outside, but before he could open it, Mina interrupts him. The door has an electric code lock on it, so no way they could have opened it anyway. Michelle and Josh are walking on the shore when Josh tells him how scared he is that Mina could leave him anytime. She's too good for him, he says. Josh asks if Michelle is jealous of Mina taking up such a huge space in her husband's life, being work partners and close friends. Of course she is, but she lets it slide, thinking it's a healthy work friendship. They get back to the house by dark. The man has already brought the telescope and left it in the living room. Mina says it's kind of weird he just comes and goes out of the house as he pleases while they're not there. They're having a drink, and Mina asks if Michelle has a surprise. She brings out a little plastic bag with little pills in it. Charlie says they haven't done things like this since they met. Michelle doesn't want to take anything but insists the others to do it tonight. She says she needs some sleep before their hike tomorrow night. Michelle goes to sleep. The rest of them dance around and have fun together, and have conversations about asteroids and dinosaurs. Mina is looking at the coastline with the telescope, peeping into other houses. She suddenly gets scared, saying somebody was watching them, looking right back at her. Charlie also takes a look, but turns out Mina was only playing a prank. She goes to check on Josh, who passed out on the couch. She tries to get him to wake up and hang out with her. After all, it's their vacation, but he's just too comfortable. She tells him he shouldn't have drunk so much. She goes back outside where Charlie is setting up the hot tub. They get in. Charlie starts complimenting Mina on how great she is and how she makes him do better. Mina says she feels the same. They share the jets and eventually end up making out, but the dog begins to bark, breaking up the moment. Reggie runs away scared and whining. Not long after, they decide they should go to bed. Mina is taking a shower when somebody unlocks the bathroom door. It's Charlie, and they end up kissing again. The breakfast table has a tense feeling, but with Michelle and Josh totally in the dark. Mina and Charlie have nothing to be scared of. Michelle wants to get going with the hike as fast as possible. Josh is also hyped about it, but Mina and Charlie are not feeling well because of the drugs they took the day before. So they really don't want to go on the hike. Josh insists they should go, or he could stay there with her, but Mina tells him he should go with Michelle, and she will stay with Charlie. The two leaves, leaving Mina and Charlie alone to talk. Mina says they should be smarter than this, and this can never happen again. She really loves Josh, and yesterday was a mistake. Josh and Michelle are talking about how they met their partners. When Michelle met Charlie, he was still with his ex. Josh tells her he also did date someone else when he met the ex as well. Michelle gets upset. She didn't know he had a history of cheating. Somebody seems to be watching them from a nearby bush, but they notice nothing. Mina is taking another shower when she notices something on the shower head. It seems to be a camera inside of it. Charlie goes to check. He's sure it is a camera, then rushes to check the other shower, where he finds another hidden camera. He says they can't call the cops because then Michelle and Josh will know they kissed in the shower the previous night. He says they could pretend it didn't happen. Mina says they can't stay the night, but they can't tell them about the cameras either. They just must get through the night and leave first thing in the morning. Josh and Michelle get back from the trip. Michelle is still upset about Charlie cheating on her ex as well with another woman. She asks if he was broken up with Zoe before he started dating his other ex. He doesn't give a straight answer. She says it's funny how this is a pattern he has. Michelle says they should take some pills again, but Mina and Charlie don't want to do anything. Michelle gets angry, looks for the Molly and takes some. Josh is looking for the dog, but he can't find him. Michelle is dancing alone. She says she tried to turn on the hot tub but couldn't, so he called Taylor the manager to come and fix it. Josh asks that maybe Taylor took Reggie, maybe he came over and they just didn't notice him. Michelle says he wouldn't come to fix the hot tub if he had the dog as a hostage. Charlie says they shouldn't ask him about the dog, to not get into any trouble. Taylor arrives and Josh asks him if he was at the house today before he says he wasn't. Josh asks if he took his dog, but he says he did not. He goes to fix the tub. Mina tries to calm down Josh. He just wants to go find Reggie and get out. Taylor says the tub is fixed now and says they should enjoy their final night. Charlie and Michelle thanks him, then he leaves. Mina and Josh are out looking for the dog. When Taylor says he hopes they manage to find the dog, he also says he isn't going to rat on them as the no animal policy was his brother's idea. Mina says she wants to show him something. She takes him to the shower and says if he does anything with the footage, she'll go call the cops. Taylor says he doesn't understand what she's talking about. She shows him the camera, but he says he doesn't have anything to do with it. He offers to call the police, but Mina starts pushing him, trying to take his phone away. Josh hears Mina is in trouble and rushes to the bathroom. He pushes Taylor in the tub and starts punching him. Charlie and Michelle come in as well. Taylor is knocked out. Mina tells them about the camera. Taylor is unconscious in the tub when a mysterious man in all black comes in and chokes him to death. The group doesn't see any of this, as they all stand outside trying to cope with the situation. Josh argues they should call the police, but Charlie says it wouldn't look like self-defense, and of course he fears his secret wouldn't be a secret anymore. Michelle goes to make the call and Charlie goes to check on Taylor. He quickly stops Michelle from calling the police, because Taylor is dead. Josh doesn't understand how he'd even die from that fight. Michelle still insists on calling the police, saying Josh killed a man and there should be consequences to that. Charlie can't let his brother go to jail. He says it should look like it was an accident. He drank a lot anyway, so he might have drunkenly stumbled across the cliff all by himself. Nina realizes Michelle called him to fix the tub from her phone, so the police could track back, and it's also all on tape because of the camera in the shower head. They figured that the camera was wireless, so the receiver should be very nearby. Michelle really doesn't want to cover this up and live with it. Charlie, Mina, and Josh start moving Taylor's body. Charlie puts back the telescope and his stuff into his car, then goes to comfort Michelle, who says she won't call the police because she'll be an accomplice to murder, just like him and Mina. They carry Taylor outside through the woods down to the cliff and throw him. His body doesn't fall into the water but gets caught on a rock. Charlie throws a rock down trying to smash his head, but he fails. Josh helps him and they sort of manage to get his head. Mina and Charlie go back, but Josh decides to climb down to the rock. Michelle is still in the house and hears the shower running. Mina and Charlie go back to check on Josh, just to see him climbing down. They tried to tell him to stop, but he wants to get rid of all evidence. While Michelle is still looking for the sound, the water is not actually running in any of the bathrooms, so the sound is coming from somewhere else. Josh gets down to the body, then pushes it into the ocean. Michelle goes upstairs. The TV is on, where she can clearly see the footage from the night when Charlie and Mina were making out in the shower. Josh climbs back. They all start getting back to the house. The man who killed Taylor is right behind them, but they see nothing. Michelle was driving away from the house, but Charlie stops her. She tells him she saw the footage of him and Mina. He obviously tells her it didn't mean anything and how it was just a big old mistake. She doesn't say anything, just drives away. Charlie doesn't tell Josh and Mina what really happened, just that Michelle had enough and had to leave. They just have to find the footage and leave. On her way out, Michelle's tire breaks and she hits a tree. She decides to go back, only to find what broke her tire was a spike strip. Charlie gets a text from Michelle that her car ran off the road, so he says he'll go check on her. Josh and Mina are trying to open the basement door with the code. Charlie gets to Michelle's car, but her window is broken and she is nowhere to be found. He tries to call her, but her phone is left on the ground. He follows the ringtone, only to find the phone next to Michelle's dead body. The guy appears again and smashes Charlie's head as well. Josh breaks the lock on the door. He goes down, where he finds a couple of boxes and junk. Mina goes after him. He finds Polaroid photos but hides them from Mina. He says he really thought they'd find the control room. Josh breaks down saying it's all his fault as he dragged them into this. Mina goes back inside. There's a loud thud on the door of the basement, but Min is not there. Josh goes back to the house to check on Mina when he gets a text from Charlie. It's a voice recording of Mina and Charlie when they were talking about what happened this morning. Josh asks what she meant when she said that can never happen again on the recording. He gets another text. It's the video about Charlie and Mina competitive showering. There's a noise coming from downstairs. Josh runs down, screaming he'll get Charlie for this. He's looking for him. He thinks he is just hiding somewhere. He only finds the killer. Mina goes down when he hears him scream, but the guy is already there waiting for her. He finishes Josh, then goes after Mina. She dropped her shoe down from the balcony, so the killer thinks she's outside. The guy grabs her. They start fighting. Mina manages to stab his face with a pen and has time to run away. Her leg is hurt. She can't go too fast. It's also dark and foggy. Wearing a red sweater probably won't help much either. The guy is running after her. She falls down into the ocean from a cliff's edge. The dude is packing up the tools he used to take out the group, then takes out all the cameras from the house. He's looking in the mirror, then takes off his creepy bald mask. He's standing in the living room when Reggie comes back. He pets him, but Reggie refuses to be nice to him. We see the man arrive at an old house where a woman is showing him around, gives him the keys, then leaves. He's crafting some cameras and sets them up in this rental, gets his mask back on and waits for other guests to arrive, just to do it all over again. To watch more explanations of these kinds of movies, click on the videos on your screen. And don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, thanks for watching video.